Hello, friends. My name is Matt. I'm the youth and family pastor at Cornerstone Church in Marshfield, and I'm here today with your Cornerstone Connection, a daily devotional. So, you ever come across those verses in the Bible and you go, does the Bible really say that? Or perhaps somebody said a verse to you and you're like, really? Does the Bible actually say that? And if it does say that, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to bring up one of those verses today. It's found in the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. And here's what it says in Exodus 34:14. It says, "Do not worship any other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God." Let me read that one more time. "Do not worship any other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God." Now, perhaps if you're like me, you've come across that verse, you've heard it read before, and there's a word in there that just rubs you the wrong way. It causes you to ask that question, what does the Bible mean by this? I can see it's clearly there, but that word jealous, right? That's a hard one to go with. That is something that God is. God is jealous. And for us as humans, that's really hard if we're believers in Christ and we're followers of God. That can be a really hard one to accept. But here's what I'm going to share with you today. Again, I'm going to share from this devotional I'm going through from Timothy Keller, all about wisdom and how to apply it to our lives. And what I'm going to share with you, what we're going to find out, is that God's jealousy is completely different than our jealousy in most cases. Okay, so let me share with you what Keller writes about God's jealousy. Okay, he says this: "But in God, it is jealousy for something. In God, it is jealousy for something." And here's how he defines jealousy in that context: "Jealousy is the proper intolerance of disruptive intrusion and is thereby a mark of love." Let me bring that down a little bit. Jealousy, in its essence, is a commitment to a relationship. It is stirred up when it moves us to maintain a threatened relationship or restore a broken one. So, this whole idea, this whole concept of God being jealous is the fact that He is jealous for something. He is jealous for someone. And of course, if you've read the Bible and you've been a follower of God and follower of Christ for a while, you know that this thing that God is jealous for is you and me. This is something that God is jealous for. And so in that context, set in that context, this is a beautiful, good, holy, and righteous thing. But it can be hard for us to wrap our minds around that because you and I don't think of jealousy in that sort of way. In fact, when we're jealous, we're generally not jealous for something or someone, but as Keller puts it, he calls it sinful jealousy. He says this: "Sinful jealousy is not jealousy for, but of someone. Envy is wanting someone else's life. You see they have something better than you do, and instead of rejoicing in the good that they have, you weep over the fact that you don't have it." Wow. I don't know about you guys, but that definition and that exposition is so helpful. That when we hear of God in Exodus 34:14, when we hear of Him being a jealous God, it's all rooted in His love for you and for me. Since the beginning of time, when sin crept in and separated us from God, God has been longing for relationship with us. And He longs so deeply for relationship with us that He sent His one and only Son, Jesus Christ, so that you and I could be reunited. We could be reconciled in relationship with God. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And it's so different from our normal jealousy or envy, in which we look at somebody else's life and we go, I want that. I wish that was me. I wish I lived in their house. I wish my kids were like that. Yada, yada, yada. And we're jealous of something. But friends, here's what I want you to know about your God today. He's jealous for you. And He is so jealous for you that He decided to take His one and only Son, send Him here, wrap Him in human flesh, put Him on the cross, and cause Him to die for you and for me, so that we could be restored to Him. How amazing is that? Have a great day, friends. We'll see you next time on the Cornerstone Connection.